Over the years, we've observed tens of thousands of tennis players, and we've noticed that their serve patterns fall into a couple main problem areas or personalities. The first common serve personality is the Dairy Queen. They use full effort on their first serve, trying desperately to get a free, easy point, followed by a soft serve for their second delivery. This personality has zero acceleration or confidence when the pressure is really on. Dairy Queen believes that the only way to be consistent is to slow down for safety. Living and dying by the amount of first serves made means the Dairy Queen can have very good or very bad days. There's a constant worry about having an opponent attack their second serve, and frequently they do. Dairy Queens rarely double fault because they never go for much on their second serve. However, they also rarely win enough free points on their first serve to call it a real weapon that they can count on. Next, we have Jekyll and Hyde. This player has a serve that's feast or famine. It's either their best friend or their greatest enemy, and there's no way to tell which day it's going to be ahead of time. The Jekyll and Hyde personality believes that the serve is too complex to be consistent, and they just keep firing away. Early in a match, when there's no pressure, Jekyll can make a couple of big serves, but as pressure mounts, Hyde will show up with double faults. Jekyll never seems to show up enough to really make a meaningful difference. This frustrating serve personality is different from the Dairy Queen because Hyde is willing to go all out on the second serve without regard to double faults. That means they'll keep hitting great serves here and there only to shoot themselves in the foot by the end of the match. Finally, we have the all too common musclehead personality. This player works super hard on every swing, but comes away with nothing to show for it in the way of meaningful power or spin. They're jerky, tight, tense, and completely inefficient, which means all of their efforts are wasted. They believe power is created by squeezing tighter and muscling aggressively. Early in a match, the musclehead is sometimes able to keep up the pace of their serves, but as it continues, the jerky, tight, and tense habits start to take their toll. This rigid server can be successful at lower levels of play, but intermediate and advanced players will eat their deliveries for lunch. Worst of all, the countless tight reps frequently result in injuries to the shoulder, forearm, and wrist that can sideline them for weeks, months, or even permanently.
So what do the three personalities have in common? Each are missing a critical part of the serve mastery formula. Spin plus consistency plus power equals mastery. Dairy Queen doesn't have enough spin, Jekyll and Hyde doesn't have any consistency, and Musclehead doesn't have any power. Missing any one part of the formula causes players to develop an ugly alter ego that comes in the form of bad service habits and beliefs. We've got great news for all you Dairy Queens. Learning effective spin like this means that you don't have to slow down to create a lot of safety. You can swing fast and be safe. We also have great news for all you Jekyll and Hydes. Developing a repeatable rhythm and toss means you don't have to accept feast or famine results. You can have reliable results match after match. We even have great news for all the muscleheads out there. Increasing your range of motion and the quality of your racket head release means you don't have to muscle for power. You can have smooth, effortless pace.
It is possible to change those big linchpin technical elements of the serve, even after decades of bad habits and grooving in the wrong mechanical movement patterns. We know this from experience because we do it each and every time players come out to work with us in person, and we help them move away from those dysfunctional personalities and towards a fundamentally sound serve that follows the serve mastery formula. We even help players do that remotely by over the internet, just giving them the right drills, exercises, and techniques. Dennis came to us with some really aggressive rhythm and timing issues caused by a start and stop tempo and also extra motions thrown in where he didn't need them. He had kind of a hybrid personality of the Musclehead and Jekyll and Hyde, which made consistent success really difficult. We showed him some simple step-by-step progressions that you'll see later in this video series that sends him well down the path to smoothness just an hour later. The key was adjusting his toss timing and flow of his motion. John's motion looked pretty good on the surface, but upon closer inspection, we discovered that his balance and posture were really skewed to the side, which made smooth delivery of power and spin really difficult. After some focused, deliberate practice back at home, John now has straightened up his delivery nicely, as he recently showed us during his lunch break. Now he's in a position of strength and stability, which opens up new doors for stronger and stronger deliveries. Amadou has tried for years to develop a legitimate kick serve, but was over-rotating his body before contact. That's a super common problem that you'll learn about in our next video that leads countless players to a Dairy Queen alter ego. Previously, his second serve curved to the left after bouncing, but now, after a few weeks of practice, he's staying more sideways, making more spin, and he's starting to consistently kick the ball out to the right, which he's super excited about. Sabina hasn't ever worked on her serve with us in person, but after analyzing it remotely, we quickly identified a flat, direct swing path on her second serve, which is another leading cause of the Dairy Queen personality. After a few weeks of practicing some simple drills and progressions, you can see that her swing is now coming up and out to the right, creating a big, curved, arced ball flight. She's now free to swing as fast as she wants because that new spin will give her margin and confidence. We're going to show you exactly how to see results like those in the next video. But until then, we'd love to know, what is your serve personality? Which of those characters did you identify with the most? Let us know in the comments, and we'll automatically reply with a free download, which is our serve personality checklist. It'll help you identify exactly what part of your serve you need to focus on so that you can get closer to the serve mastery formula, see better results, and have more fun on the court. Keep an eye out for video 2. It's going to be out very soon. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and good luck with your tennis.